building a fizzer.
In a giant sea of cool podcasts, you found the podcast that kicks the cool to the curb. Welcome to Kick the Cool, everybody. I'm America's big sister, Shishi.
And I am the largest little brother, Tone.
And I am the teeny tiniest little brother, Wopsle.
Does Wopsle know that you won Employee of the Month?
So, yeah, let's talk about it. I got an award at work. I was our version of Employee of the Month. And it was pretty unexpected, but my coworkers got together behind my back and nominated me, and so I got a plaque and everything. Has my name on it.
Ooh.
I like that. Like anytime you say behind my back, there's always negative connotations.
I know.
So I like when they're behind your back. Like, ooh, let's get her.
Let's get her. Yeah.
I know we're really going to get her. We're going to show her how much we appreciate the work she does for us every single day. That'll show her.
They're just really bad at pranks is what it is.
They're just really good ladies, and ladies and dudes. So they're just, they would never go behind my back and talk bad about me. So
no, you said it's your version of it. Do you guys have like a different name? Is it like the
it's staff member award,
peddler of the fortnight? Oh, okay.
It's supreme ruler of the school.
Okay.
Yes, supreme ruler of the college and spirit award.
Right. I have the spirit stick this month,
which is also one of my favorite deodorants.
Spirit stick.
The spirit stick.
Yeah. So that was pretty exciting. I was actually going to talk about it because it kind of, like I'm not good at receiving praise, and I'm not good at receiving gratitude from people. And, I'm more of the person delivering. Like I like to give gratitude to people, and I like to tell people how much they mean to me, and then it's turned around on me and I freeze in the headlights and I don't know what to say or do. But, I think they understand. I mean, I did say thank you. I didn't just stare at them. I didn't glare at them while I'm holding my
and
plaque.
Then left. Just walked
I just
out.
held my plaque up next to my face, glared over my glasses, and turned around and left. And they were like, oh, I think she was really happy about that.
Broke the plaque over your knee.
Oh, she must have really liked it. I'm so happy we did that for her. Yeah.
We would have also accepted a and then walked out.
No, I love those guys. They're really great.
Wopsle, have you ever won? Have you ever won Employee of the Month?
No, I don't think I've ever been recognized at all. And I'm like you, She, like it would be kind of nice, but I'm so glad I never have been, because I don't know how I would react getting acknowledged for like doing a good job. I would be so awkward. I would just like live the rest of the week under my desk, maybe the rest of my life. Just like move my computer under there and just like, this is now my desk. I'm like Hobbit. I'm Office Hobbit.
Office Hobbit.
I have to ask, Wopsle, what is there's in the real Hobbit, you've got Bilbo Baggins and Frodo Baggins. What's the Office Hobbit's name?
Desco Baggins.
Desco.
Stapler Baggins.
I love Desco.
I almost said Stapler Baggins too. Desco Baggins. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's enough of that. I'm apparently the best person in the world this month. So, let's
good job, and you're on your birthday, like
right near my birthday. Okay. And they stopped using Lysol in the building. So I'm a happy lady right now.
You kind of are just winning right now. You need to go get some lottery tickets.
Yeah.
You need to like rob a bank or two. I mean, just like,
I think that might take my karma down if I try to rob a bank.
Oh, it's a karma thing. I didn't. Oh, okay. I thought it was a luck.
I guess.
Wopsle said it's luck. So there's a big difference between karma and luck.
Yeah, it must be luck. Because, I mean, if it was karma, I've been trying real hard lately, y'all. And it hasn't, like for years, and it never came to anything. Well, and now it is. So this is the best it gets, I guess. This is all of the karma that I've built up over the 10 years is culminating in Employee of the Month.
That's true. Whenever you're not sure yet if it's karma or luck, because if it's luck, you're like, I can ride this baby till it's out. But if it's karma, you have to be a little bit more like precarious,
a little, yeah, a little reserved.
Yeah. You know, when it's too late.
Mhm.
That's
And
when
then
you
it's
know
too
which
late.
one
That's
it
right.
is.
And you look
It's
back
too
and you go,
late.
"Oh, that's what I should have done."
That's what I should have done.
Yeah. Yeah. The title of my memoirs. Oh, that's what I should have done.
Oh.
The wheel turns. Well, how do they say it in the book? The wheel wills as the wheel will. You can take that out. That's from Robert Jordan.
That's nerdy.
That's from the Wheel of Time series. I'm such a nerd.
The Wheel of Time. The wheel wills as the wheel will.
I believe that's what
I
it is.
read like 100 of those books.
Uh-huh.
I never saw one wheel in the whole thing. I never saw a wheel.
I assumed the whole thing was about the wheel.
They talked about the wheel constantly. And
Yeah, but you never saw it. They were never like, 600.
It's because you can't see
you know,
time.
can I buy a vowel?
You can't see
You know,
time.
that's kind of like every scary movie. You know, it's scarier before you see the monster,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
and then
Oh,
once you see
yeah,
the monster,
totally.
you're like, well, now the tension's gone. So that's what that was, just 100 books of tension about this wheel.
Right. That no one has ever
Where's
seen.
the wheel? What's this wheel everyone's talking
What's
about?
this
I
wheel?
don't think it exists. That was the whole.
Has anyone
book,
seen the
whole
wheel? Have you
series.
seen the wheel? No. Have you seen Will? No. The wheel got Will.
Or have you ever seen the wheel and Will in the same room
In
together?
the same place.
Oh.
Oh.
Now it's all making sense.
The wheel is Will. Will the wheel.
The
That's
wheel,
another character.
the wheel wills, as
Will.
in like becomes Will.
Welcome
He's
everybody to Kick the
He's
Cool.
He's willing right now. What are you doing? Willing?
Willing around.
Willing out? I'm just willing out.
All right, well, let's get started with these reviews. Finally. So Tone, you're up first today. What did you bring for us?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's the Versus Show. It's the Versus Show. Blow dry your hair and try to get a versus fro. One topic on one side and one on the other. Brought to you by Sherry and her 2 little brothers. It's the Versus Show. It's the Versus Show. Yeah, Versus. Welcome to the Versus Show, everyone.
Oh man.
Yeah, great to be here. Great to be
So
here.
glad to be here. I've been looking forward to this for so long.
Yes.
The time has come.
It was a very difficult process to get on the show.
The line was so long.
Oh, we have been
So-
very diligent about vetting you guys. I'm surprised you made it, honestly. I know y'all. I'm surprised you made it. What we do in this segment, we like to pit 2 topics against each other, but not in a rando review riot kind of way. We're going to delve into 2 things that are similar but different. So and that are very much competing for the same space in the world.
Oh, I like that.
So this is just like a rando review riot, only you thought about the topics beforehand.
Well, it's not rando, so that's number 1. Number 2, the topics are actually related. And then number 3, we're not going to rapid fire them and just give an answer. We're going to actually talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Like come to a conclusion, like a scientifically based conclusion on like what's better.
As always, this is going to be scientific. Everything we do.
Right. Okay, right.
Right.
Well, I just wanted
yeah.
to make for sure that it was going to be scientific because like we've set that precedent on everything we do.
Yeah, we use the scientific
Yeah,
method.
and I'm sure it'll be just as helpful. It'll be just as helpful as Rando Review Riot,
Right.
only in a different way.
Just as helpful. Now, just to give you an example, we'll start with this one. Front yard versus backyard. Wupsel, what do you think? Front yard versus backyard.
Boy, they are, similarly close to your house, or they are adjacent to your house. But it is a wildly different experience in the front yard and the backyard.
A different world.
The front yard, we have a basketball goal at my house. That's where we ride scooters and Power Wheels. Of course, that's where you see your neighbors. That's where you see people walking the dog. It's like, it's great. But then our backyards where we have like the trampoline and like the big fun games and swimming pool and like I have a television back there. So like backyard is more like lounging and like such different experiences.
Think about this. It normally changes your attire as well, right?
Yes. I'm rarely nude in the front yard.
I was going to say. So backyard, you don't wear underwear. Front yard, you go out in your underwear. Backyard's just naked all the time. I guess it depends on how high your fence is.
We have a nudist call in the backyard.
That's a great call.
What do you think about that, Shishi?
Well, my backyard and front yard are very different from Wopsel's. I have grown kids for the most part. So we don't have all the fun outdoor toys. You know, we don't have a trampoline or swimming pool.
Which can I say, I'm actually jealous of you because of that. I'm so sick of all our giant dumb toys taking up my backyard.
But now I'm looking at the waving wheat that my backyard has become. I need to mow really bad. And the front yard I always manage to keep clean and mowed because that is the front facing. Like that's what everybody's looking at. But yeah, so my yard is just front and back is just mowing all the time. That's all I ever think about. We don't really use the yard that much. We sit on the porch. So I guess we see the front yard is much nicer looking than the backyard, but there's also a lot more people out there.
Yeah, that's
and I don't
true.
like that.
Yeah.
So
you know what it's like? You ever go into somebody's house where the living room is like very nice and never used, and then the den is just a rummage sale,
right?
So
that's my front yard and backyard.
Right.
Yeah. The silly thing about that is that everyone, like my backyard is very open to everyone. I don't have a tall fence. And so it doesn't matter. Everyone that can see the front yard can see the backyard. And I still keep the front yard good and the backyard is a jungle. So,
you know, one more funny thing I'm thinking about differences is over the weekend I had a friend over and we were playing Coob, which is just one of those yard games where you throw back and forth, you know, like they all are. And then, you know, right in the middle of playing, he just said, "Hey, man, is it cool if I pee over here?" And I was like, well, yeah, of course. Like, this is the backyard. Like, my friend that is here can totally go pee in the corner of my backyard. But if we had been in the front yard shooting hoops and he was just like, "Hey, bud, can I go pee on that tree?" I would have been like, "You will leave, sir. You will gather your things and you will leave my house.
Take that business to the backyard, sir."
Yeah. You know we have a backyard for that.
Right.
You walk through the house to get to the backyard, but don't use the bathroom.
Right.
Go straight to the backyard.
You're right. I mean, I think if you made a list, I mean, obviously the front yard is wearing a suit and tie and the backyard is wearing, you know, no shirt. So like I'm saying that they, you know, the backyard is definitely the chill guy and the front yard is the businessman in everything, right? In every way.
Definitely.
All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is headphones versus earbuds. Let's talk about headphones versus earbuds. Shishi, I'm going to reverse it. What do you think about headphones versus earbuds? Which one is your pick?
Well, okay, so I have some big headphones that I use sometimes. I like how they fit over the ear, except after a while they start hurting your ears. And if you wear glasses, they can smash your ears up against the glasses of, you know, your arm, the arm of your glasses. So that's a con, but you can't beat the lightness of the buds, man. You can't beat it. And I got to have the squishy ones. I can't have the sideways ones. I can't have the hard ones. Has to be the squishy ones. And I'm very particular. I have to have the tiniest squishies.
Okay. See, I got to have the big ones or they'll fall out because I have gigantic ear holes.
I gotta get a look at those. They sound pretty big.
You're gonna be giving me side eye like I'm a fake plant when next time I see you. I know.
Yeah.
I can't do noise canceling very well, so I don't like when the squishies cancel out all the noise and all I can hear is the music because, like, somebody could just sneak up on me. Like, they could be right there before I even knew it. So my earbuds don't have squishies for that reason because I'm always on the lookout.
Now, if you're that kind of guy that's always on the lookout, then I'm assuming that what you're really worried about is that you won't have time to reach for one of the 11 knives that you have hidden in the area around you. Like, if you're that kind of guy, right? I used to know a guy. I went into his house. I was hanging out with him, and he was like, man, you got to be prepared. I was like, oh, what do you mean? He's like, I don't own a gun. I got to be prepared for home break-ins, man. And I was like, okay, like, what does that mean? He's like, look here. And he started showing me weapons. Just everywhere you reached, there was a weapon hidden. And he had at least 12.
I like that.
At least 12.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I do have, like, I have go-to things. Like, I have a pair of scissors that sits right there all the time. And I'm like, okay, I can use that. And then what can I beat them over the head with? I can probably pick up my little jewelry armoire and just smack them with that.
You're like an you're like an airplane pilot, like checking of where will I land if the engine goes out.
Yes, and I have escape plans. Like, can I open this window fast enough? What if he comes in this door? What if could I hide under the bed and pull one of the boxes up to hide, and then like cut his leg and leave real quick,
awesome.
or while he's hobbling after. Okay, so yeah, well, no, because that's what I lay awake doing at
Running
night,
through
is
scenarios.
just thinking of escape plans, and I'm never gonna need them.
No, see, that's the problem. It's like an insurance policy, right? Everyone agrees you need insurance on your car. But I am the guy, apparently, who is driving with no insurance and has never had insurance, because I've never once thought to myself, okay, if the bad guy comes in, here's what I'm going to do. I've never thought that.
No, that's good though, Tony, because you haven't wasted hours of your life that you're never. I mean, like, what are the chances?
Yeah, it's great until that guy walks in and goes,
well, and then
I'm
that's
now taking
whatever.
all of your stuff.
Yeah, well, okay, now I got to get new stuff.
And now
Whatever.
I'm dead.
At least I have all of those hours. Well, so think about this. When my kids were little and the windows did not open easily, I literally spent 2 hours every night imagining how I would get them out of the house in case of a fire.
Ooh.
So
Wow, yeah.
we never had a fire. Right. I mean, it's like things work out. It's fine. So it's fine, Tone. You're going to be fine.
Okay. Tonight, there's no doubt about it. I'm putting my safety plan into action.
Do you want me to call and help you go through it? Because I have lots of experience with that.
Hey, I need you to Home Alone this thing, Tone. I want you to draw out your floor plan.
Yep.
Put where the Hot Wheels are going to be, where the paint cans are going to fly.
I have.
Yep.
I'm going to have an aerosol can with a lighter ready
Right.
to go.
Oh, Lord.
Because that's definitely a safe defense plan.
You win every time.
That couldn't backfire.
They won't even fight you if they see in one hand you have an aerosol can, in the other hand you have a lighter. They will immediately just turn and run.
Right. Oh, this guy means business. He was prepared. He's been thinking about this for hours. He's been lying awake.
I guess it depends on what they're after. If it's Michael Myers coming to kill you Halloween style, well, that's not going to stop him. But if they just want your TV, yeah, they probably turn around and leave.
Every blade that I have that could be possibly used in defense in my home is foam. It's like, or I have 3 lightsabers that once you like flick them and they come out at the end, then they're pretty intimidating.
Yeah. So you're stabbing with them.
Yeah, it's definitely like a blunt kind of deal, because if you stab them straight on, then it's just going to collapse back to where it was, But I do have one blade in my possession that is like that you would look at and you would say, like, categorically that's a sword. Like, it's kind of like a katana a little bit. But a buddy of mine gave it to me, and he got it from the State Fair of Oklahoma. So it's not like the top tier of the samurai swords when you just...
But still.
But it is something. But here's the deal is, I think that if you swung it, I think that the wind would probably break it down into its parts and it would fall apart.
Before it got...
But if it did somehow come in contact with your skin would definitely shatter this sword into all of its pieces.
Hey, well, don't forget, we already know how to make a pretty good sword out of a piece of rebar and a bicycle handle.
That's true.
So that's cheap.
Yeah.
Just go around, see what you got in your yard.
That's
fashion
cheaper than a
something.
State Fair katana sword right there.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I do have to say that I think that we can go ahead and rate this sucker. And here's what we do on the Versus show.
You brought up
on the Versus
you brought up earbuds versus over the head ear cans. Is it that what we're reviewing right now?
We did not.
And
talk
all we
about
did
it
was
at
own
all.
defense.
We did. I love it. I love
That is so on brand.
That is on brand right there. Okay, so the way we rate in the Versus show, our new segment, is we rate the Versus show. So Wopsle, what do you rate the Versus show?
And are you thinking it's this iteration of it? Or as a segment, or you're just telling me to rate the Versus show?
I think just rate the Versus show in its entirety. As a whole, everything about it.
I will, this is easy. I will rate the Versus show 2 thumbs. And
Nice.
you fill in the blank with
Right.
which way you think.
Oh, I thought we were doing it. I thought you were doing a pinnacle thing, like Versus.
Oh, right. Yeah, totally.
Oh, that
thumb
would've been
versus
good.
2
thumb.
thumbs.
No, it's more
Wrestling.
like Schrodinger's thumbs.
Schrodinger's
Schrodinger's
That's the
thumbs.
smartest joke we've made on this podcast so far. That's
right.
so good.
I'm gonna have to rate the Versus show 10.
I like that. Yeah, that's good. And anything else you would like to add to that, or
No, I think that's my rating.
good? Okay, 10.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a lot to live up to here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a traditional kick the cool rating, in that I'm going to rate the Versus show 10 out of 12 hidden knives.
All right.
Yes, that's right. 10 out of 12. I love the Versus show. It's the Versus
Okay,
show. It's the Versus show. Blow dry your hair and try to get a Versus fro. One topic on one side and one on the other. Brought to you by Sherry and her 2 little brothers. It's the Versus show. It's the Versus show. Yeah, Versus.
It is so typical of you to put me front and center in your song, even though I had nothing to do with this segment.
I just needed something that rhymed with
You just-
other, and brothers was
Oh.
perfect.
Oh,
Mm.
well, you do that stuff a lot because you love me.
I do. When we're not on the show, I do.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
We try to make sure that doesn't show in the podcast.
Can't let that come through.
It's a secret.
It's really off brand. That part is off brand.
Off
Yeah.
brand.
Showing that we care.
Okay, that was a great segment, Tone. Let's move
Thank
on. It's Wopsle's turn. So, Wopsle, lay it on us. What you got?
Pants.
Pants!
I want to rate
Pants.
Finally!
because I've got this problem with pants that I have been waiting to get out there, and it's time to talk about it.
I feel like we've talked about pants a lot, so
But we
Yeah,
haven't
I
talked
think so,
about
too.
this is
The
a new
import- it
problem?
is-
or...
It's not a new problem, but it is one we haven't covered. So before we just dive in
Okay.
headlong to my personal vendetta against these pants, Shishi, what do you think about pants? Maybe something we haven't said, or maybe something we have already.
Pants are not my friend right now.
Mm.
I've gone to dresses. I've gone to dresses and skirts because, all my pants are too
Mm.
small now. So that's all I got to say
That's,
about pants.
that's just real.
Hate 'em.
That's just real life. These
Mhm.
Real
these
life
days.
right there.
Tone, what do you think about pants? And I do think that I mean pants and not shorts, not just like bottoms, but pants.
You had to clarify that with me, because you know that I haven't worn pants in like 8 years or whatever.
I knew that you leaned toward the shorts side.
Well, it's interesting. We've covered khaki pants on one episode. We've covered peeing your pants.
Yeah.
We've covered pooping your pants. We've covered a lot of different things about pants.
Suit pants.
Suits.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Pantsuits.
Pantsuits.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And so, but the main thing that strikes me about pants when I think about, so you think about pants and you go, oh, what am I talking about? Am I talking about sweats? Are
Mhm.
sweats pants? Yes, they are. What about jeans? Jeans are pants. The two are not the same at all. Boy, your waistline will tell you that much. Like,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that's the pants I can still wear.
right, right. Yeah, like my pants are like, yeah, you never know because, I'll fluctuate on my weight. And then all of a sudden my jeans are like, nope. And I'm going, okay, let me get those stretchy pants.
I'm raising
Yeah,
my
stretchy
hand.
pants. And then
Right.
and then you can have like real tight, like, again, I don't have any, but like real tight, like bicycle pants. It's like, well, how are those
Yes.
pants? And also like, like hammer pants are also pants. It's a wild,
Right.
it's just
right.
a wild category to me. There's two main things I want to talk about pants. Let's start out with the one that I take the most issue with. Why are pants the only article of clothing that is one article, but it's also a pair? That's the part that blows my mind. Who
I have
decided
spent
it?
time pondering that.
Have you figured
Wopsle.
it out?
Yeah.
What do you have to? Why is it a pair of pants?
I think it probably has something to do with pantaloons, and pantaloons were more than one piece.
I love where your head's at, Shishi, but I cannot yes and this because shorts.
Shorts.
Well, that's because shorts came from pants, long pants,
Oh.
and shorts. So we're just saying they're shorts instead of.
But like, and then like underwear
So,
still. You can have a pair, right? You have a pair of underwear, but it's just one underwear.
And you can also have a pair of undies.
Pair of undies.
That's plural.
But you don't have
But it's a pair. It's a pair, so it has to be plural.
right.
Why is it a pair?
Yeah.
Why is it a pair?
Because of two legs.
So you think it originated from pantaloons, and there was two of them, maybe, which that is not. We have no idea if that's true, but we're just saying that could have happened. And somebody's pantaloons might have consisted of two different parts at some point in time.
I think they tied them together. They tied them with little bows, strings.
Oh, okay.
That's
I like that. That's exactly what happened. You're right.
Yes. So that's.
I've seen the History Channel. I know what's real and what's not.
So that's just wild to me. There's no, like, you have a shirt and like, I don't know. Is there anything even out of the clothing world that is one of something, but you call it a pair? A pair of glasses. One thing
Yeah,
that has
clothing.
two things on it.
but that is two glasses. It's two pieces of
That's
glass.
true.
That's
True,
true. Very true. You know what I like is that we call pants. We call them pants because it's from the root word of pantalones, right? Or pantaloons. But then shorts, we were like, what are those? Well, they're shorter than those. What do you want to call them? Short.
Shorts.
Just short. Short. Well, pants. It's got to be plural. Oh, okay. Well, shorts. It's so funny.
I wonder if when that started, it was just a cute little funny name, and now that's just what we call them.
Well,
And
are
that
there
makes
any?
me sad for the
Yeah,
English language.
Yeah, two things. Did they have an original name that we then gave them the nickname shorts, but they actually have an original name like pants or shirts or dresses or, you know what I mean? Like, or is there any other article of clothing that is named to describe itself?
Well, his
Glasses, I guess,
in the
Yeah.
in olden times, they had short pants. That's what you wore when you were a boy.
Oh, you wear your
you
short
wear
pants.
short
Your short
pants.
pants.
Your short
But
pants.
in fashion, they don't say pants. They say a pant. They say like when they're doing, like real runway fashion
They're
stuff.
like,
they
what
say,
would go great with that turtleneck? A good pant.
right? Yes.
It looked great.
You're gonna get arrested for that.
Keep doing it. You look great. Hey, that pairs so well with that turtleneck.
I wish you had on some pants, but
You might want to put on some short.
You might want to find the other half of that pant that you're wearing.
Right. And you know what? I think I've also heard people say a nice short, right? Like you could.
I don't know. But I'm not sure I've ever heard
Maybe-
that.
Am I
but
making that up
you
just out of
probably have.
hopefulness?
I think you are, but I mean, that's what this podcast is about. So keep going.
This blouse would go great with a nice beige short. I don't know.
No,
I don't know,
I
Chloe.
don't know.
A cargo short
A cargo short.
would probably be the best,
Oh.
matching with this blouse.
If you went to the store and it was like, hey, it's new season, I'm going to get 2 different pairs of pants. And you bought them and you took them home and somebody said, hey, what'd you get at the store?
Pants.
Could you say a pair of pants? A pair of a... I think you'd have a hard time.
And mean two items?
Well, we all know what you would say. Pairs of pants.
Pairs.
2 pairs of pants.
What if you...
Pairs of
But
pants.
what if on the way
Or 2
home
pair
a
of
witch
pants.
had cursed you and you couldn't say numbers anymore? Then you'd be in a spot, wouldn't you?
Well, if they said, what did you get? You say pairs of pants. You don't have to tell them how
Yeah.
many.
Yeah. Or a pair of pairs of pants.
Of pairs of pants.
Can you imagine the look you would get if, like, somebody that you live with, they're like, oh, what'd you get at the store? Pairs of pants. Pairs of pants. They would look at you so weird.
To me, that kind of sounds like at like a fancy restaurant when you get the charcuterie board and they're like, "Oh, we have a mold of milk cheese or a mold of milk cream," and you're like, "Oh, cheese, goat cheese." But you called it something weird. That's what these are. Oh, you got an artisan pair of pants. A 2007 pair of pants.
2 pairs of pants. Those are some good pairs.
Oh,
I love fresh fruit.
oh.
2 pairs of pants, please.
Okay, well. Okay, I think so. Yeah, I don't think we got anywhere with that. But the only one other thing I want to bring up about pants and these pairs of pants is how can the style of pant that is culturally acceptable like vary so wildly like every 10 years or so?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like right now, I'm actually wearing pants. I wore pants today. It was cool enough that I have jeans on. And, I try to be fashionable and like look at least like I'm halfway with it. So therefore right now, these pants I'm wearing are literally so tight that my feet are purple
That's right.
because it is right now. The cool thing is to have like the tightest pants ever, like where you look like a horse jockey or something. So
Yes. And disregard the muffin top. You're going to have a muffin top.
right.
And that's, and try not to sit down because that's going to be uncomfortable.
And so, whereas, then we had boot cut and stuff for a while ago. And then, of course, when I was in high school, I bought pants that were advertised by the width of the bell around the shoe.
Right.
So you'd buy like 30-inch pants, which meant the bottom of the pants was 30 inches around. And I really did have a pair of those.
Yeah.
That were, old school Jinkos. Yeah, or like bell bottoms in the 70s. And so how about pants just like so wildly changing what you can wear in public?
Can we talk about leggings as pants? I mean, 10 years ago, you wouldn't have been caught dead wearing your yoga pants out without covering up the tush part. You know, like that was indecent.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Not
and now
anymore.
that's just what we do. No, it's fashion. It's fashion, and you look stupid if you try to, not show your tush.
The tush is definitely in fashion right now. It is in.
Right.
Tush is in.
If you have on a nice short over your stretch pants or whatever, what'd you call them, Shishu? What are they called?
Leggings.
Leggings. If you have on a nice short over your leggings, like you're not looking cool. You need to take off that short and you need to show the booty.
You can wear shorts as a short as long as you are like exercising. You can wear a short over your leggings if you're exercising.
That's right.
There is like a high school or college girl though that will wear an oversized pair of shirts that kind of like does go down some. That's kind of an in look right now.
Yeah, totally.
So it's weird. It's almost like once somebody was like, hey, these yoga pants like accentuate my bootay a little too much. So they're like, well, then let me wear Dad's shirt. And then it covers it up.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's like a Billie Eilish thing, right? Like
she's got that oversized. Yeah, she's got that oversized.
Well, she does, yeah.
Her pants are actually oversized too, though.
So we have short shorts. Do we have pants?
pants.
Short shorts are shorts that are extreme in what they are. So how would a
pants would be extremely
how would a
pant
pant be even more pant?
Well, that's a really existential question.
It really is. That's deep. That's really deep.
How could a pant be still more pant?
I'm going to challenge you guys from now on. Every single time you say pants or shorts, at least for a couple of months, you have to drop the plural. And like, so you'll be like, liar, liar, pant on fire. Pant on fire.
That just means you're like sort of lying. Like, I don't think I can totally trust you.
Half your pant is on fire.
Well, here's the last thing I wanted to say about these legs. Why I wanted to bring up the legs is, what's it going to take? So in the 70s, the bottom of the pants was big. And in the 80s, it wasn't necessarily as much. In the 90s, the bottom of the pants got big again. Then in the 2000s, it kind of went back to kind of boot cut. So right now, we're actually in a season where, by my math, we should be getting back to the big pants again. But I don't see it on the horizon. Again, my wardrobe is I'm looking like, like my pantaloon are all just so skinny and I'm like stick legs walking around.
It feels like it has been like this for a long time, too.
I agree.
Because, I mean, I've been buying skinny jeans for my kids for probably 10 years. So you're right. It is ripe for coming back around.
We have proven that the cultural impact of this podcast is, well, immeasurable, quite frankly. So
yes,
what can we do to bring back the big legs? Because I'm in for it. I want to go back.
I do too.
I think you just have to be a trailblazer. You just have to start wearing the big legs. You can find pants with big legs. Or you could have them tailored. You could have a nice pant tailored.
Wait, can I take in my skinny pants that have about a 4-inch opening on the bottom and say, hey, could you at least have a 30-inch opening on the bottom?
You take them in, you say, hey, have you ever heard of Jinkos?
Can you make these into just whatever denim you've got laying around back, just add them in there. Just patchwork Jinkos.
They used to do that. Don't you remember when you'd have a panel of other fabric in the side of your pants? But I have a story. So when I was little, we're kind of poor and I was extremely skinny. So all the pants that fit me around the waist when I was like, I don't know, like 11, 12, were really short. Because I was too skinny. So if I had pants that were long enough, I couldn't keep them up. And I guess we didn't know belts existed. I don't know. But
barely.
So one time Mom was, she added fabric to the bottom. She spent time adding fabric to the bottom and an embellishment to make it look like, like it was meant to be there and not just stuck on. So she spent a lot of time on those pants, getting them to look just right. So that I would have long enough pants. I love you, Mama.
Aw.
Good job, Mom.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And, like you got to wear comfy pants that actually, I'm sure there were plenty of times where your ankles were just chilling in full view of everybody because those high waters is what we used to call them.
So often. I got teased mercilessly for my high waters. Yeah. That was before Michael Jackson really made it cool to show your socks.
Right.
Well, listen, I don't know. I mean, these pants, and we're back in the fall, so it's about to be nonstop pants season, which means I'm just going to spend an extra 10 minutes every morning getting my pants on. Because it takes them so long to get these tight jeans up over my legs. But, fashion is pain is what they always say.
On this podcast, we definitely say that.
That's certain that we've established just now. That's what we say anyway. So let's wrap up this pant discussion. Shishi, what do you rate pant?
I rate pant 5 pantaloon.
I love it.
That's pretty good.
I love up until this episode our rating system has always seemed kind of obscure and weird.
Right.
But then this episode's like, oh yeah,
Oh, we're taking it to the next level.
a new standard. Tone, what do you rate Pant?
I'm going to bump it up even more. We are going out there, guys. We are taking it to the limit. Take it to the limit. So I'm going to rate Pant. No one's ever rated anything even close to that. It's the weirdest rating ever rated.
It is absolutely a new standard has been reached.
A
That's
high,
right.
high standard.
There is no telling you whether it's good or bad. There is no, well, I think we all know that's bad, right?
Right.
There's no way you hear that and go, oh, yay.
Woo!
Yeah, you can just take the audio experience that it is and just, yeah, no,
No.
that's bad.
You probably just creep someone out really bad who's listening with their earbuds.
I know.
But you know what?
Sorry.
But you know what? Somebody else, though,
Uh-huh.
you just like,
Oh,
you
no.
really did it for.
Yeah. ASMR people.
Oh, no.
Love that stuff.
You ASMR people, get off the podcast. Quit listening. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, well, I am going to rate Pant. My only experience with Pant right now, which I got my tight pants. I got my tight pants on.
What? Oh.
Everybody's talking about my tight pant. I got my tight pant. I got my tight pant on. People are always looking at my tight pant. I got my tight pant. I got my tight pant on.
You lost me.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
I'm dancing on this too. You guys don't see because I do still have my tight pants on.
Yes.
Go look
Yeah.
that up. That's a good reading. Woo. ASMR people are like, give me back tone.
This guy will not stop just yelling about his tight pant.
Oh my gosh, I can see all the conversations in my future weeks are going to be me accidentally saying pants and then correcting
Yes.
myself, and my person I'm conversing with will not understand why I'm
Right.
doing
The number of times that I'm in the next, I'm going to say in the next month, the number of times I'm going to say pants, pant. Pants, I mean pants.
that. And then
It's
that's
gonna
a
be
good
a lot.
opportunity to say, well, if you want to know, listen to the podcast. It's at Kick.Cool,
Yeah.
episode 33.
I also like that that's somehow weirder tone than just calling them pant. Calling
Right.
them pants
Pants
is weirder.
Pants, pant.
Especially if you shake
Ooh.
your head while you're saying it because you messed up. So you're like, pants,
Yeah.
pants.
Right.
Shaking your head.
You know, that needs definitely, I think needs to be our next bit of merch. The next merchandising we do needs to be Kick the Cool Pant.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
I would buy some Kick the Cool
That's-
Pant.
All right. Well, I am going to sneak in my own review before we get out of here. So, I had this on the list for last week, but we decided to go with artificial plants. So this week I'm going to bring shopping carts to the table. And I'm kind of interested in, Tony, what do you usually call shopping carts?
I call them shopping carts. Totally. Yeah. I don't go with buggies. I don't go with, I say that's my cart.
So what about you, Wapsel?
If there was ever a war to be fought, it will be between the people that call them shopping carts and the people that call them buggies.
Mhm.
And I will be squarely on the shopping carts side,
Mhm.
swinging foam swords and state fair katanas over my head. I'm so anti-buggy.
I'm surprised that you guys don't call them baskets, because that's what we called them growing
A
up.
basket?
We call them baskets. But so
Did we really?
my kids and I realized that when we're out of the store, we call them shopping carts. Like if you see one on the side of the road, you say, hey, there's a shopping cart. But when you're in the store, you say, why don't you go get us a basket?
Okay, now that rung a bell when you said it that way.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you go get us a basket?
Yeah.
How many times did you hear Mom say that? Probably lots.
I don't remember that actually.
Now she's going to chime in and say, I never said that. And then I'm just going to look like an idiot. That happens sometimes.
No, it's ringing a bell with me, She. The way that I was gonna say that you were completely wrong on this one, but with the way, no, I do remember Mom saying, run over there and get us a basket. That
Yeah.
rings a bell to me.
So it doesn't really make sense. I mean, it's a basket on wheels, I guess. A big metal basket on wheels.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
big old
So-
basket.
I like it. I'm switching. I'm switching now.
But like if it's on the side of the road and you said, look, there's a basket over there. Will everybody be like, what? Like a wicker basket? That's what you think of when you're outside of the
Yeah, a
store.
wicker basket
Yeah.
immediately.
So I wonder what they call it in other countries. Do you think they probably call it a buggy?
I kind of think so.
Yeah, I think so. Now, does anyone just call it a cart? Hey, go get
Yeah,
us a cart.
sometimes.
Now I think you're talking about a go-kart.
Unless you're in the store.
Uh-huh.
Like if you're in the store, your whole vocabulary changes.
That's true. Yeah, because if we're walking into Target and Amy says, "Hey, go grab a cart," I'm not going to go get a Power Wheel
That's
and then
true.
just like show up over by the cheese and be like, "Hey, I did it." Like context is key when it comes to what you call that.
Yeah, and you're not going to question her, right? You're not going to go, what?
What kind of cart? Be more specific.
You know how many carts are in this store of various types?
Right.
I have to believe that Amy would not be surprised, though, if you just did show up in a whatever you Power Wheel.
That's what we in the husband business call a loophole. I'm looking for those things every time we go to a
I
store.
just gave you a loophole. There you go.
Yeah, in the husband business.
At the very least, whenever she says, "Hey, go get a cart or a buggy," even a shopping cart, I can go get the motorized one and just show up, honk that little horn, and be like, "What up? I got the wheels, baby. Let's go."
Because they probably don't. They probably don't sell horse and buggies there. Horse and
Dune buggy.
but a dune buggy.
Yeah,
Go get us a buggy. Oh man, I'm gonna show up.
I thought you'd never ask.
Yeah. Flying over the diaper aisle in my dune buggy.
Well, I'm gonna kill the comedy
Ooh.
and give you a fact.
Yay! I love this part.
I think you guys probably knew this already, but our listeners may not have, as they are spread all over the United States, nay, the world. So the shopping cart,
Nay, the
universe.
universe.
That's right.
the shopping cart was invented in Oklahoma City.
What?
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
I did know that.
So
You did?
I did. I feel like I have a strange connection to the shopping cart because you know who invented it, right? Do you have that?
well,
there
his
too?
name is Sylvan Goldman.
Yeah, but do you know what else he started?
I don't guess.
Oklahoma Blood Institute.
Oh, that's where that name
Wow.
sounds. Why it sounds familiar? Yeah.
He started
That's-
the Oklahoma Blood
Okay.
Institute, and our mom used to work
Yeah.
at Oklahoma Blood Institute. For some reason, I've always felt this weird mystical connection to the shopping cart, but there's really no connection there at all. Like that is the most like manufactured and leapfrogged connection. But I've always made that all my life.
Well, there is a connection though. It's the same dude, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's cool. I didn't know that, but that
Yeah.
does make a lot of sense because his name it's like the Sylvan Goldman. Like I don't know. He has lots of things that is named after
Yeah.
him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Around here.
He's a big deal.
Now,
So-
do you know in your research, Sherry, did you find out what led him to create the shopping cart? You know, usually inventions are typically of necessity or, enterprise. And so which one was it for him?
Well, I think it's because, with the advent of the supermarket where you're just walking around and picking up all this stuff. And then, like before, I guess you were just going to the mercantile and they would gather it all up for you. But in the supermarket, it was like a self-serve thing. And so he took a basket and put it on the seat of a folding chair and put wheels on the chair so that the housewives
So,
could. Is that not something
That's
I would
so
do?
wild.
I would do that.
right.
And then I would
love
never
it.
go any further. That would be good enough for me. I just have my rolling
Right,
basket on my
right.
chair, feeling pretty proud of myself. Everybody else is looking at me like I'm fool. But he took it another level, and now we all use them.
That's crazy.
Have you ever ridden? Okay, let me change that. Let me ask you, when is the last time you rode in a shopping cart?
It's been a while.
For me, the last time I rode in a shopping cart was so long ago, I can't remember.
So you never had any hijinks where as a teenager or a college student, you got in one, maybe your buddy pushed you down a
No.
hill, maybe you
Now,
ran
I
into
will
a
say
stop
that
sign and flipped over.
no, I will say that my cousin Rick and I, we lived in an upstairs 1-bedroom apartment together, and we went to the store, and on the way back from the store, see, there was a Brahms nearby, and we kind of lived in a low income area, and people would, for some reason, take their Brahms shopping carts and wheel them all the way over to the apartment complex that was next door. So once in a while, you just see a Brahms cart just chilling over in the apartment complex, and you'd be like, what's going on? Well, they went to get some beer or something, and because we were having a party, and so we're having a party, some people go to get some beer and come back with a Brahms shopping cart, wheel it into the house, and it's an upstairs apartment, so that means they had to take it up the stairs. And so I'm like, I hear the door opening, I'm like, oh, they're back with the beer. Nope, they're back with a shopping cart. And so all night, the whole party, of course, was about the shopping
Of
cart.
course.
Yeah.
But you didn't ride in it?
Oh, no, we did not ride in it. We ended up taking it down at the end of the night. We took it downstairs and threw it in the pool. Sorry.
That is
tracks. I like
the
that.
perfect way to end a night of drinking.
Sorry, apartment complex people.
Well, you can get one on the internet for $63.99 if you want to get one.
Okay, that's kind of cheaper than I thought it would have been.
know. Yeah,
That's 1,000 times cheaper than I thought it would be.
Mhm.
1,000.
Like all that metal?
Yeah,
All that metal?
it looks kind of small
All those wheels?
with wheels. Yeah, with wheels.
I
And
thought
everything.
four wheels by themselves would cost $63.
I also have another little story, but we might have already told it on here. I'm not sure, but my best memory of a shopping cart is Wopsle in the cart with Mom's panties on his head. The new panties.
That is thank you.
Mom pantsless and TG&Y.
And Wopsle has her panty on his head.
Panties that she was going to buy. She put them in the cart. He picked him up, put him on his head, and grinned, just like he knew he was a little scamp with panties on his head.
And what were they, she?
What, granny panties? Oh, panty.
Oh, they were pink.
Oh,
Weren't they a pink panty?
I thought you were trying to.
You did use the plural.
They were a pink panty.
Yeah, you were used to the plural a lot.
Yes. Well, we didn't specify the word panties. Couldn't be plural.
Yeah, and I'd prefer not to.
Oh.
Just say that word on our podcast. I
A
mean,
panty.
A nice panty.
Why is it panty? Why isn't it shorty?
A
Wait a
shorter. Even shortery.
shortest.
Oh, shortest. A nice pair of shortests.
Oh, hey, that's why they call them briefs. Because they're brief.
Okay.
Because they're shortest.
Brevity. I can put on my pair of brevities.
Because they're real short.
All right, well, let's wrap this up. I would like to get a rating, please. Tony, what do you rate shopping carts, a.k.a. baskets, a.k.a. buggies?
I'm going to rate shopping carts 1 terrible wheel. 1 terrible wheel.
It's
All right,
never
Wopsle.
been 2. It's always 1.
Yep, it's just the one.
It's so weird.
Wopsle, what do you rate shopping carts?
Yeah, I'm going to rate shopping carts 25 out of 30, panty on the head. Panty on the head.
Panty on the head.
I'm sorry. I think you meant to say brevities. On the head.
Brevity.
Brevities on the domicile. Hey, you guys remember there was a movie where a guy was robbing a store and he walked in to rob the store and the clerk there, he said, "Son, You got a panty on your
Yeah.
head. You guys remember that?
Yep, that was Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona, yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought, until I was
I
like
know.
20 years old, I thought that line was because of me in
Ah!
TG&Y that day with Mom's
Right,
panty on my head.
Gosh.
I thought
Yeah.
y'all said that about me, and that was like, I was like, this line has really grown legs, like taken off. There's people all over the world
Yeah.
using this line.
That is so cute.
I wish so bad that Racing Arizona, I don't think it had come out at that time.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Mm-mm.
I think this was
It was
pre-Racing Arizona.
yeah. Mhm.
And I wish so bad because I would have screamed, son, you got a panty on your head. Hey, let me ask real quick. Hold on. Let me ask, does anyone, or well, obviously Wopsle doesn't remember. I don't either. Sherry, do you remember what we all did in that moment when we looked over and Wopsle was cheesing with a brevity on his head?
Yeah, I think I don't know who noticed it first. I think I did, but I'm not sure. But I was just, we exchanged laughs and I was like, Mom, look at him. And we all laughed. We just laughed. And she was like, get those off your head. Because they were her panties. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it was her it was her brevity. Damn it. Yes, and. Yes, and.
Yes, and.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to rate shopping carts 4 flat tires. That makes sense when you think about what it's called when someone hits you on the back of your heel and your shoe falls down, because that's what my kids did to me every shopping trip.
Right.
4 flat tires.
Oh, man.
The flat tire.
Well, okay, we're going to wrap it up. I guess that's it for us today. I want to thank everybody for listening, and I'm going to send you out to our social media. We're Kick the Cool on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and Michael, take it away.
Yeah, we would love to hear from you. If you have any review ideas or just want to let us know how your pants are fitting today, you can send all of that information to reviews@kick.cool.
We also want to thank the band Bugs for letting us use the song Reviews as our theme song. Thank you very much, Bugs. Also, we want to give a huge shout out to a big fan of the show, Heath Denny, who bought us some coffee, and we really appreciate it.
And he bought a mug. We've
We'll
got
send you a
3
mug.
mugs
Bought a
out
mug.
now. Yes.
We'll send
So-
you a mug, Heath.
Yeah. So everybody else, don't forget that we have those mugs on there. Kick.cool. If you buy us 4 coffees, we'll send you one. So it's really exciting. All right. So
It is.
we'll see you next week, everybody. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye. Love you.
There's so much love in this episode.
Stop.
Put out all the sentimental.
Yeah, there was a whole thing where Mom loved Sherry.
And you loved me too. Oh, it's all about you.
I love you. Yeah, it's like boy, that karma, either that karma or that good luck is really rocking right now.
I'll let you know tomorrow which it was.
You will
Probably
probably
used
wake
to-
up knowing. Because
I probably
Right.
used up all of my karma, and I'll have COVID
Something-
tomorrow.
If you pee your feet in the morning, first thing in the morning, you'll know.
Honestly, about to pee my feet right now.
I'm pretty close as well.
So-
All right.
I'm pretty close too.